It's on! Well, you do a week's worth of work trying to get ready for a show. You get everything all prepared, all sequenced just the way you want it. Have a nice, smooth experience, making sure you start with the most important. And then you see something put in to do about pizza rolls at Sunshine Seasons. And we haven't published it yet. Now I'm trying to find the Google Drive so we can cover this breaking news.
Yeah, I stumbled on this the other day when I was browsing the menus. They've taken off the flatbread from the Sunshine Seasons menu over there, and now they have these things called pizza rolls. You have cheese or pepperoni. So yeah, it's gonna be fun once you are talking about it. But in the meantime,
and I'm failing. So if we have any of our team out there watching this show, go ahead.
I was at Sunshine Seasons last week. I don't know their menu enough to notice a change. I have eaten a pizza roll.
So
I'm trying to see if I took a picture. Back. I don't think I did. I don't think I took a picture.
We're going to take a step back here from this enormous excitement. Pizza rolls have thrown us off. We need to do some introductions. This is Disney Parks Talk Live, where we talk about the week in Disney and other theme park news. My name is Doobie Mosley, co-founder of Laughing Place and world-renowned pizza aficionado. The person over there is the other co-founder, my wife, Rebecca Mosley.
Hey.
The person down there is our Southern California reporter, our Star Wars reporter, our Marvel LP Movie Talk reporter, and our doesn't have a kid but still covers Legoland reporter, Mike Celestino.
And I wish I could eat pizza rolls.
And then down there, we have our vice president in charge of filling in when absolutely no one else is available, Alex.
That all tracks.
Has
eaten a pizza roll.
I believe the actual title is Alex TCA, right? Television Critics Association. That kind of all flows together.
Sure. I don't know if you put that next to your name like you would PGA.
It's not like
it's like Esquire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I don't know if it's like being a member of the Producing Guild of America.
Okay, I thought it was. My bad. Okay, so we're going to talk about the weekend theme park news. Thank you very much, Alex, for filling in. Jeremiah is on assignment, which who knows what that means. Let's start off with these pizza rolls.
Remember that story? I forget what newsman, but he had a boat and it was named on.
Yeah, I think it was Cronkite or Brokaw or one of those.
Oh, see, I associate it with Rather, but yeah, it was that kind of thing. So they could say he's on assignment, and it was.
Yeah. Okay, so Alex is going to tell us about these pizza rolls.
Yeah, so it's actually something I used to do as a kid, which was you take your triangular slice of pizza and you start at the crust and you roll it. And so it was like a very doughy pizza, and that's what I had. I got a cheese one, and it came with a side salad, and I had no clue that this was, brand spanking new, or we could have reported on it then. But I live in California, so I don't get out to Epcot all that often. And I recently got off a no carb diet, so I was going all carbs.
Ooh. So I found the Google Drive link, but I had to request access. So whoever's out there, Matt, Kyle, someone get me access to this Google Drive. I want to see some pizza rolls. We will come back to that.
Yeah, regrettably, I checked my camera roll and I did not think to take a photo of it because at the time it did not seem monumental. And when it came and I looked at it, I said, oh, I used to do this as a kid.
So you checked your camera roll for a pizza roll, but apparently that's not how you
on
roll,
there.
And you did not take a picture.
It's just not how I roll.
Did you get to try it, Mac? Did you get to try it?
RV pizza. All right. Well, let's get to the second biggest story of the week then, and that is the closure of a classic in Orlando, something that is on everyone's list when they go to Central Florida, and that is the Monster Cafe at Universal Orlando. I know we all have our memories of this location, and our own personal sadness. Why don't we start with you, Alex? What were your feelings when you first read about this?
I think my feelings are that corridor of the park is just ever changing. We used to have a Twister. We used to have Shrek. We used to have Hanna-Barbera characters. We used to have monsters, and now they're gone. I want to say I went in there once to get out of the rain and probably got a soda. So yeah, it was conveniently located near the Mummy. So if you didn't want to ride the Mummy and didn't want to just wait in the Mummy gift shop, you could go to the Monsters Cafe. They had Diet Coke. They had regular Coke. I think they had Sprite.
Mike, you used to go to the theme parks in Florida. Do you have memories of this place? Do you recall visiting the classic Monsters Cafe?
I remember vividly seeing the Ghostbusters live show at Universal Studios Florida, but I have no recollection of the Monsters Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in the alley around the corner.
Full disclosure here. When this was announced, I had to convince Doobie that there was an actual restaurant called the Monsters Cafe. He was unaware that there was anything beyond this kiosk.
You know why you don't remember it is because it was constantly surrounded by Mardi Gras carts.
Maybe that's it. Because I remember the picture.
You couldn't see past the po' boys and the beignets and the king cake.
All right, so we did find someone on our team who does have some some memories that evoke sadness. My friend, this is Kyle, our managing editor. My friend and I went there once and didn't realize the point was the monster-sized portions. My hot dog was surrounded by what seemed to be an entire loaf of bread. Not a fan. So, Kyle, we hope you're okay. We hope you're getting through this difficult time. I believe, Mike, is it correct, Mike, that you're also not a fan of bread?
I'm a fan. I just can't consume it.
It doesn't like him.
Yeah.
It's like a one-way thing there. Hey, so Mike Farnham has lived in Florida since 78. Never heard of it. So there you go. So Doobie, you're not alone.
I have walked down that street countless times.
Wow, I'm sad. I've never went inside now that I can't.
And I have seen the outside kiosk a million times. Had no idea there's a restaurant like right behind me. No clue.
I just remember the irony that they had French fries, but they didn't have like monster mashed potatoes.
But the funny thing is, when this was, got around on Diz Twitter, which is ironic, people were sad. Unit Twitter. People were sad.
It's funny because just the other day, Universal Twitter said, what's your go-to at the theme park? And so people were coming in with all the different things that they love to do. And several people cited items from this restaurant. And so I was like, Gideon, next time we're at Universal, we need to make sure we go here. And then the next day.
You know what happened? Is the people in charge saw that tweet and like, that place is still open? Take care of that.
Wasn't the menu, though, correct me if I'm wrong, I guess I didn't know about this monster dog, but wasn't the menu basically just like Richter burger? Like, I remember it just being burgers and fries.
I think you're right. I think it was kind of that fast food place. Oh, is it really? Yeah. Oh, that's funny. No, Nick is sharing that the screen cap is me with just my hand on. I'm sorry. But I think part of the reason why this is not totally unexpected is because with Epic Universe, we're expecting more classic monsters and that type of dynamic. And so I think the timing, more than the fact that it's going away, I think it's the timing that's surprising people. But I guess the thought is that we will see maybe something more Minions related as that area kind of becomes a bit more Despicable Me.
And there's a Minions cafe that recently opened at Universal California, also in Hollywood. And yeah, it was, we chef's kiss is not permitted either in word or action on this show, Alex.
I didn't think grilled cheese could be made better, and the Minions did.
It's great, but no.
Didn't we have a yummy banana dessert of some sort, like a banana something?
I remember it being like a banana pudding jello thing in a cup with like a minion face chocolate disc on top.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
So
legit.
But their big thing that they sell is it's a slushy, and it's blue and yellow. It's like, you know, 2 different flavors, and I believe the yellow is banana slushy.
Okay,
That's the thing I always see flying out of there.
Yeah, it's good. So if that comes, we will know that location exists and try it. Try it many times.
Ooh, what planet? What planet is the bin there? Your mug. What planet, Alex?
Oh, jeez.
I am drinking from the I've been to Batu mug.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, nice. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
Mike
I
Farnham
thought
had
the Star Wars bin there mug. So.
Mike Farnham had a very intelligent question. Did the minions cut the cheese themselves?
Oh,
no. Very good question.
That was I did not.
I didn't see any minions in Heart of House, so I don't know. I don't know if they just own the cafe.
And this person, I don't know who he is, Gideon, points out there are a lot of cafes, Minions Cafe, Circus McCray, Today's Cafe. That is true. Disney doesn't do that. They have just various names. They don't have to put cafe.
They've got commissary, and they've got an express.
What, Rebecca?
Or no, they had an express. They had Backlot Express.
Carnation Cafe.
I didn't
Cafe
say they had
Orleans.
none.
I mean,
Cafe went first.
Cafe is
Cafe was
there.
first. Cafe was
oh,
first.
Okay. They put it first.
Cafe Orleans.
Or as our friend says, Cafe Orléans.
Orléans.
Cafe Orléans.
Right. Doobie. Shut up, Nick. Moron. I didn't see that was Nick talking. It's clean today, all right? All right. All right. Next up, Tokyo Disney is getting in on the, how shall I put this? Giving guests the opportunity to spend money in new ways by offering their version, what seems to be individual lightning lane, and it is called, I got the wrong story up here, Premier Access. So they currently have something called, dang it, sorry guys, called standby pass, which is not an additional cost. It seems to work kind of like Max Pass on the app, but it's not an additional cost. So they seem to be getting rid of that for Enchanted Tales of Belle over in Tokyo Disneyland and Soarin' Fantastic Flight at Disney Sea, and instead giving you the opportunity to spend $15.50 to do it instead. So thank you, Tokyo. The nice thing about OLC is they're always offering new things all the time, and this is just one more example, and we thank you so very much. Any thoughts on that? Alex is the only person to have been to Tokyo, other than my wife.
I was going to say, I don't think I'm the only person on this panel who's been to Tokyo. When I went in 2019 as a guest at one of their hotels, you got like fast pass tickets to use. It was one of the nice perks at the time of booking like an all-inclusive trip. But I think this is nice to have. I mean, that was one of the things you would see the locals doing, was rushing to the fast pass kiosks. I can't say I've been there since they've switched to digital, but if it works anything as well as Max Pass did, I imagine it was quite successful. And I think this is the way of the future for the big ticket attractions. Is you're going to be paying a little extra. I wouldn't be surprised if, I think Universal already kind of does this. At least it used to be you had to like buy the VIP tour to get what do they call it? Universal Express to like
Pass,
the Harry Potter rides. Yeah. It used to be the Harry Potter rides were the only way to do those as Express was to do a VIP tour. And that was locking it behind a paywall to use an app term. So I don't see this as breaking the norm. It seems to kind of just becoming industry standard.
Go ahead, Rebecca. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I have no idea what I was going to say. But one thing I did want to mention, because I put it in the press release, they are still at reduced capacity there in Japan and Tokyo Disney. So I'm not saying that's why they're doing this or this is temporary. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that, because they did make a point of saying the two parks continue to operate, of creating seamless guest experience by reducing the daily capacity to a number lower than before the outbreak of COVID-19. Wow, hold on. Lower than before. So Tokyo is known for being the busiest park in the world, literally, when they do the attendance. So this says that they are enhancing the experience by reducing the capacity. and unrelated to COVID, this would seem, perhaps. So that's an interesting thing if they are trying to, up the price, down the number of guests, and increase the experience. Because I know people who've been there, and they do talk about how it can be crazy there to do certain things, like the mad rush for Pooh's Honey Hunt in the first thing in the morning, or the 3-hour line to get a euro, or whatever those things are. So
yeah, and my understanding is the mad rush switched to the Be Our Guest attraction. That, like, even when I went to 2019, I had heard about the mad rush for Pooh's Honey Hunt, and I didn't see it. Instead, the mad rush at the time was for some of the show tickets to go get your lottery. So it was like you had to wait in quite the line to submit the lottery system to potentially get a seat at the shows, because Mickey's Walt's One Man's Dream was closing. It was glowing away.
So that's interesting. I'm now just seeing that, reading that paragraph, and now I want to know more about that aspect. Is that still just a COVID thing, or are they actually trying to bring down capacity of the park, even aside from COVID? So whoever our
they
Tokyo
just opened a
correspondent
new.
is, on that.
They just opened a new hotel as well. I think it's their first moderate level with the Toy Story hotel.
Have you ridden the Bell ride there? Did you go since that opened?
No, it opened like right around the time the pandemic started. We were gonna be going, and then I think they've just recently announced when they'll allow guests from outside the country to visit again.
Yes.
But right now, I don't think we have any immediate plans. But I've avoided watching any ride-throughs or anything because I want to experience it.
I love spoilers. I've watched a ride-through. Oh my goodness, that is an amazing attraction that I will probably never get to ride. Mike Filistino, question for you. What is your favorite Beauty and the Beast based theme park experience or attraction?
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of some. So we've got in DCA, there's like the Beast's library, right?
Yes.
The rose in the jar, and it's like petals are falling. At Disneyland, we have the Red Rose Tavern, which used to be the Village House.
Yes.
Then in Florida, what do we have?
You've also got the scene in Fantasmic. I mean, that counts. They dance on a float.
Fantasmic sequence.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in Florida at Magic Kingdom, you have the restaurant, the Be Our Guest restaurant.
Never been in there.
And then adjacent to that, you have a storytelling experience that hasn't reopened since COVID.
Oh, we also do the storytelling at Disneyland.
Oh, that's right. And as Tony
Fair
mentions, all the sing-along stuff. That's true. So much to choose from, Mike. So let's hear it.
Well, I do like the animation building where I helped Tony get engaged.
Tony got engaged? I didn't hear.
Okay, this is one of the things that I do want to actually talk at some point. I have to bug Ben about this because I'd love to do, we periodically do this really kind of in-depth, very insider discussion of the kind of the machinations, the economics, all of that, drier in some ways. But I'm really curious if this is more, if we are seeing this as a more definitive way of operations, or is this adaptation currently? Because I'm with the way the investors, the recent earnings call went, and some of the dialogue that was in there. Like I say, I want to get a better handle of, is it a conscious effort that we want to have fewer people, but we want to squeeze more money out of each one, or
allow them to spend,
or is it more of the dynamics of, given our kind of economic pool, not economics, our employment pool and our guest interest, we're in this position where we're reducing guest access, and because of that we're capitalizing on that. I really want to kind of dive into that more to get a better feel about it.
Yeah, me too. That's a great idea, because I am interested in where this is going and where we think it should go. Gio points out there is also the new bar that replaced Meisner's at the Grand Floridian, and I think that would be my pick, actually, even though I've never actually done more than step foot in there. But I love Meisner's; it's a great location.
I haven't even stepped foot in there.
It's
in the Grand Floridian?
I've stayed in the Grand Floridian. I've just never been in the bar.
Sorry.
Stunning. It's really stunning.
It is cool. Okay. Our next thing, where are we going to go? We're going to go to the mice. This is a huge story here, guys, talking about access. They have removed Mickey and Minnie starring in Red Carpet Dreams from the Genie Plus. They have not reduced the price to go along with the removal. You are getting less for your money today than you were the day before at Hollywood Studios. Just making sure y'all know that. That's not really that much of a story. We can move on to the next one. It's really been a slow week.
I will say, though, having recently been at Hollywood Studios, walking by, the standby wait time for the Meet Mickey, Meet Minnie experience was posted at like 2 hours.
Wow.
And so I'm wondering if this is a case of they've got the Lightning Lane that they've sold through Genie Plus, and too many people are using it for that, and then it's creating this this standby wait time that's unrealistic, that nobody should have to wait that long for a photo with Mickey and Minnie.
I can't imagine that's not a factor, but that's also the place where Genie Plus attractions just sell out right away.
Yeah. You're in the park with the least amount of, well, it's not the least amount of attractions. That's a lie. But, you know, especially if you're a family with young kids, there's a limit of how many things you can actually do at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, so, I have yet to really encounter very many. No, I shouldn't say that. My experience and the experiences of friends of mine have been that is one of the parks that it's harder to squeeze the price out unless you are really diligent and particularly thrill ride focused.
Yeah, I'm looking right now actually, and it's better than it had been. I don't know if today's a slow day, but I mean you can still get it for Smuggler's Run, for Star Tours,
and what time
Toy Story Mania. Well, it's nearly 7:30 there right now. Smuggler's Run 8 o'clock. Star Tours just walk right on. Toy Story Mania 8:20. So, and the individual Lightning Lane is sold out for Rise. But I mean, we've been there at like 2 in the afternoon where nothing was available anymore. So, like I said, I don't know if it's an attendance issue. Maybe they release some later in the day. I don't know. But anyway, interesting. Very interesting.
Maybe it's raining.
Well, see, I have weather on this page too. No, it's 86 degrees right now. Slight chance of thunderstorms.
And Slinky Dog's sitting in an hour wait.
Yeah, so it's not bad. Let's cut this short and get to Hollywood Studios.
I know. Let's go to studios.
Yeah. Or better yet, let's go to Paris.
Right. Yeah, let's stay international for a while. So what are the cool thing about checking out the costumes of Disneyland Paris is Paris is the fashion capital of the world. So this is as good as you can look working at a theme park.
And some of these outfits are what we were seeing for the Stark Factory at Avengers Campus coming to Disneyland Paris. We recently also had an ad for this new area of the park, which unveiled that the attraction replacing Rock and Roller Coaster will be known as, let me pull it up here. It will be.
It's like Avengers Assemble - something.
It's a : Flight Force.
Oh.
Avengers Assemble Flight Force. And so that was a bit of excitement over the weekend, but that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at pictures for Avengers Campus in Disneyland Paris. So there you go.
Can you show the next picture?
Okay.
I want to be in the meetings where they decide what gets a hyphen, what gets a colon, or what gets none but should have something.
Yeah, like Smuggler's Run missing the apostrophe. Is Rock and Roller Coaster retaining its track layout for this overlay?
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's a retheming.
That's been my understanding, is that we're looking at a retheming of an existing experience. Is this the one you wanted to do?
Yeah, this is the new costume for Stark Factory, and I saw these on my screen, and it just really gave me a question I wanted to ask Mike. Do you look good in black?
I don't look good in anything.
Which one of these jackets would you pick? Would you pick the tunic or would you pick the shorter cut?
I think the one on the left appeals to me the most.
Yeah. How about you, Alex? Are you more of a tunic length, or you like that kind of,
I think here, if I was working this land as a cast member, I'd go the guy in the middle. He looks more Marvel to me.
Mac wants the web jacket, so let me pull that one back up because that's the one he wants. That feels very Miles, right?
That
Yeah,
just looks
the
like
web-
something you would buy.
Well, and it's also, I believe, the exact same costume that they wear in Disneyland, isn't it? Like the shirt
Really?
looks the same to me. The hat looks the same to me.
I haven't spent much time in Avengers Campus yet to feel like I recognize it on site.
Yeah.
I will say I
Well,
lied to you before this call. Rebecca asked me if I'd been to Disneyland recently, and through checking my camera roll for pizza rolls, I was in Disneyland on April 1st, a good day to lie about, but just to go and see Moon Knight, the character
Oh,
walking
that's
around
right.
the campus.
That's right, during WonderCon.
by the
Yeah,
way, LP
just popped right over
staffers.
real quick.
I still haven't gotten some pizza roll pictures, LP staffers.
Slack him. There's been other news, right? Over at now we're moving over to DCA, GB. Is that where you want to head?
Yeah, I feel like this is the actual biggest story of the week, which again says a lot about this week. But the Red Car Trolley, a favorite in our family, and I mean that sincerely, has been missing for a long time, well before COVID, and it is coming back. And that it does not go that fast, but that's it. And we are very excited. This is a simple trolley that takes you from Buena Vista Street through Hollywoodland and back by Avengers Campus now, I guess. And that's it, just back and forth, 2 of them. They have this cool cross in the middle. My son loves it. He used to ride it for hours at a time. And I'm just glad it's returning because there was every reason for it not to return. It's not like it's going to significantly enhance the capacity of the park. I'm guessing it has a ride capacity of about 100 people an hour. So looking forward to its return. You guys have fond memories, Mike? I know SoCal is your beat. You got any fond memories of the Red Car Trolley?
Oh yeah, one of my absolute favorite memories ever of going to DCA with Tori. We rode the Red Car Trolley and it hit a dude. I'll never forget that thud.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
There
Is
you
it like
go.
a real car accident where it doesn't sound like how it does in the movies? Like it's never as like loud or abrasive as it is
It was
on
really
screen?
just like a thud noise, and everybody on the trolley just kind of looked at each other. And I
Did he
think,
then
like,
do a goofy yell? Did he
I know.
do that?
Was it followed by an owl?
I remember the driver just kind of making sure the person was okay, and we just kept going. That was all that happened.
Shh.
Yeah.
Nobody say anything. Oh man, see this? I'm so glad it's back. I'm so glad it's back. Okay. How about you, Alex? Any Red Car Trolley? Were you the guy?
My favorite memories of it were that it transported the Newsy show that's also no longer there and definitely not returning.
Yeah, when I see that image of the trolley, all I hear is the song that they sing, which was now I can't think of it. California, here we come, right back where we started.
Right back
from,
where we started from.
Yeah.
Tubi. Jody, the day the park became Joe Smith's gallery. The guy who got hit by the.
Yes, I'm with you. All
Okay.
right, you go on to the next story by yourself. I'm getting something ready here. We have breaking news.
Okay. They also, Disney Imagineers on their Instagram shared footage of Tron Life Cycle doing what they're calling a power run. So they shared with us some of that footage. The excitement continues to build as we await this attraction that feels like it has been being constructed for a really, really long time. Sadly, they didn't leak an opening date along with that. But the ride itself does look like quite a bit of fun. I'm more excited now than I was before I saw this video. I don't know why, because I've seen video of it before, but for some reason, seeing it in Florida, I've seen this track, and now seeing things moving on it, I don't know. It's woohoo! Soon, not too long from now. I'm hoping, right?
Did you get to ride this in Tokyo, Alex?
This isn't in Tokyo.
It is not in Tokyo.
It was a trick
so
question
no.
for Alex.
And I have not been to Shanghai, so
I just wanted to see if I could fool him, see if he's really been there. Oh yeah, I rode that. Did you ride Pooh's Honey Hunt?
yes, I did multiple times.
It's trackless.
Love that. I'm aware. It's very cute. They made Winnie the Pooh and his friends fuzzy, which makes them like 100 times cuter than they are on the US Pooh rides. Like they're actual like stuffed characters, and it just makes like honestly, if they did that overlay here, it would make both of those attractions 200% better.
Did you see the? Go ahead, Rebecca.
And as Kyle points out, it's Tron Light Cycle / Run. I don't know why it said Power Run in what I was looking at. It's a slash. As earlier we had a colon, now we have a slash. So there you go.
Have you guys seen the Winnie the Pooh popcorn bucket that's coming out in Tokyo? It's like a big honey pot with the honey spilling out and the popcorn and Pooh's looking over the side.
So cute.
Kawaii.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Breaking news. Here you go.
Finally. Ooh.
Oh yes, that is what I had. I had the one without the slice of meat on it.
So
This looks like a calzone.
No.
It's just a rolled up.
No. It's a pizza roll.
You're looking at the underside of the crust. It's been
Okay.
See, Mike, a calzone would not have this opening here.
It reminds me of when you used to make little pizzas at home with the dough. You know, you get the Pillsbury crescent dough and then you put your little bit of sauce and everything, and then you roll it up and you put it in the oven. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like summer, right?
So this is like this is peak Wisconsin fat kid. But as a kid, like we'd get a cheese pizza, you know, for you and your friends to share, and to try and eat more than everybody else, we devised clever ways of getting it down faster. One of which was you start at the crust and you roll it real tight. It works really well with a thin crust, and then it becomes just a little tube, and you just and swallow it down real fast, so you can eat more pizza than anybody else.
I have never thought of rolling my pizza though. That's what's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I've made little crescent roll pizzas at home. I've never thought of taking the pizza when I'm out in public and just rolling. Makes so much sense. It's so much easier.
No, I was on a call earlier today, unrelated to LP, where the other people were in Chicago, and telling them how awesome Chicago pizza is. You ain't rolling Chicago pizza, you're going to have sauce all over you. If you can roll a pizza, it's not good. But
Chicago pizza is not a pick up and eat pizza.
No,
that's a fork and knife pizza.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's it.
At BJ's Brewery, right?
Next time we're in Florida, I will be trying this. By the way, they do have it for children and adults. What's Mike doing here?
Trying to spell out YMCA with the.
You keep working on
I like that you have Luke with Medal of Yavin.
Yeah, the Yavin medal there.
All right, let's see. That is launched. No, that's too serious. Mike Mack did a really cool story on the alphabet of what's it called? Zandarian?
Oh.
Yeah,
Xandar.
The Zandarian alphabet, and he's done some decoding, and it's just kind of a fun article on the Cosmic Rewind attraction that will be opening in about 11 days in Florida. So make sure you check that out. He spent a lot of time on that. It's not that hard, but Mike Mack's kind of marginal. Alex, have you had a chance to go on that attraction?
I did get to experience the Cosmic Rewind on my trip.
First off, what song did you get?
We got Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Nice. Mac's jealous already. How was it? How was the ride? What'd you think?
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I went into it with an open mind. Ellen's Energy Adventure I'm not shy about this, was one of my favorite things at Epcot. I do admit that like it's probably good that it closed when it did, because Ellen isn't even going to have her talk show anymore for reasons. But I thought it was nice that it had a nod to it. I was a little bit holding my breath, thinking like maybe somehow they would keep a dinosaur or two in there. They did not, but it's a really impressive coaster. It's really fun. I thought it was really smooth. When they say it's a family coaster, it was more thrilling than I expected it to be based on that nomenclature. I would have expected the thrill level to be closer to Snow White's Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but it was very smooth. So anyone with back problems, I don't think is going to have an issue. It's just, it does a lot more than you're probably used to a family coaster doing.
Cool. We've done a lot of discussion.
And I did not
about
get
that.
motion sick like I do on Mission Breakout. So
that's big.
I will be trying to get the other songs.
Of which there are 5. We're about to post a nice FAQ on that for people who might be interested. And we have tons of articles on that. Previous shows, we've had Mike Mack on talking about it, as well as Jeremiah. They've both been on it numerous times. So, and again, a lot of fun Easter eggs there, including the alphabet. Kind of reminds me of the Mara alphabet back in the day. So learn it, do some decoding, write secret messages to your friends, hide stuff from your parents. Have a good old time. We got the C going now, Mike. You got one more to go?
If you're going to learn one alphabet in a made-up language, I think Mike can attest that learning Arabic is probably gives you the most bang for your buck, since there's a lot of it here and there and everywhere.
That's true. So we're going to go to Mike. He's going to tell us about some stuff he's been doing, if he can tear his mind away. And then we're going to come back to Alex a little bit, because Alex has been doing some other fun stuff we're going to talk about that Mike might be interested in too. So Mike got to go to Legoland. He clearly is a child, as you can see by what's going on in front of him. What'd you do there, Mike?
I went to Legoland for the grand opening of the Lego Ferrari build and race attraction. And I'll put quotes around the word attraction there, because it's not a ride-through attraction, as they would say. It's really just a series of rooms where kids can go and build their own little Lego Ferrari cars and then race them down different types of tracks, which is probably very fun if you're a kid. There's also a life-size Ferrari built out of Lego. And then in the final room, there's like a virtual racetrack where you can drive digital cars around a Ferrari racetrack. There you go.
So the ones that the children are building are not life-size. These are little toys that they then race down the ramp?
I mean, if they wanted to take their time, they could probably build a life-size one. There might be enough pieces in there, but the ones you race down the ramps are miniature, correct?
These kinds of experiences are wildly popular with our son. In fact, that's an element of Legoland Florida that he really enjoyed. So I'm excited to see that this type of build and race is available at Legoland California. That this digital component is super fascinating to me. You take the Lego car you built, and you scan it, and then you can customize it within this interface, and then race it between other kids who are also digitally customizing their physical vehicle. So you can add things to it that maybe aren't as true to the realities of Lego bricks. So lots of fun.
Now, when I was in there, it was pretty crowded. I didn't really get to try that out. But to your knowledge, is it kind of like Test Track, where the car that you build in the computer isn't really going to affect anything? Or is it actually going to... your experience driving the digital car going to change based on how you built the car?
I don't know based upon the footage I've seen, but my inclination is to think it's more aesthetic than it is that, but which is more than I feel you didn't even get aesthetic out of Test Track, because right. it was when it would happen kind of in that moment, and then it didn't. I know it's like I
was gonna say I brought over my recent build, which won because nobody else scanned their magic band on our vehicle. But otherwise should have lost because it was terrible. That could have been so much more. That's one of my more recent Disney disappointments, is the Test Track thing, because it's fun, but yeah, I feel like it could have been even more so. It's like it just kind of missed it by just a little bit. But apparently this was Lego Group's first time tackling the life-size Ferrari, which surprised me. So I was like, okay.
I think this mostly, especially having the media event and everything for this, it mostly felt like Ferrari. It felt like Ferrari wanted some attention, or Lego wanted to get the word out there that they were partnering with Ferrari on this thing, because there wasn't really a lot to it other than that. But I do think that, yeah, like you said, Gideon was into it, and the kids who I saw at the opening were really into it. So I think it's a good attraction for younger kids. But
And
that's what most of Legoland is like too.
I was gonna say that's one of the biggest differences I think with Legoland in comparison to other parks, that it's got that niche of kind of build your own fun. There's a lot of that, you have to be willing to, as a mom going to Legoland, I didn't find myself kind of going from point A to point B as frequently as finding somewhere to sit while my son just built something and raced it and tried different things with it for hours on end, which was fine. I didn't mind it because most of the time it was air conditioned and I could find a little corner and read a book. It was a nice change of pace from the usual kind of go of a theme park experience. Another park that has its own kind of tone is SeaWorld, and Orlando just had what they called their Coaster Capital Challenge, and they invited people to check out their 6 coasters, and we've got a write-up about that on Laughing Place. Mac actually was the one who got to take those high-speed adventures, so you can learn a little bit about that over on Laughing Place.
I wanted to say, while I was at Legoland, I finally got to do their submarine ride. Every time I've been there previously, it was down or closed or whatever. So it's kind of like Finding Nemo a little bit, but it's not as long. The track definitely isn't as long. And it's a little less claustrophobic. Like when you get inside the ride vehicle, it feels a little like you have a little more room to breathe in there, and it seats fewer people. It's also really slow loader, which I'm really glad that the lines were not long. When I was there, it was like no wait at all, so I just kind of jumped on it. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Cool, yeah, totally. I've seen good stuff about that. Tony Betty says, "Breaking news: more about the Lego subs, please." So
No.
Tony has a small.
Also,
mind
Tony corrected me on which song I got. I got one way or another.
That's Hit Me With Your Best Shot is not an option.
That's Hit Me With Your Best Shot is on Mission Breakout.
Mission Breakout,
right? One way or another.
That seems to be popular with people. I've seen several people cite that as their favorite who have rewritten it. So
everybody wants to rule the world.
I want
Alex.
Disco Inferno.
There's only 5 on this one?
6.
Oh, I thought you had said 5 earlier, so I was confused. Sorry.
No one wants Conga, but that's what Matt got.
that's what I want.
I want Conga. I would do Conga.
Bum, bum.
Come on. Alex, you didn't remember which song you got.
That's it took the longest. I had to actually sit with Ben the other day and I kind of sang a little bit of each of the songs there because it's that one. We kind of worked our way through the list until he remembered which one it was.
Tori keeps track. Every time we go on Mission Breakout, Tori keeps track of what song we get, and she's been on the ride like 30 times and has never gotten the Jackson 5 song. And for a while, I was convinced they had
3 times, and I've gotten the Jackson 5 song twice.
Oh wow! For a while, I was
and the
convinced
other time
that
it was
they
Monsters
had,
After Dark.
Oh yeah. For a while, I was convinced they had removed it because of the Michael Jackson controversy. But then I got it like a year or 2 ago by myself. So Tori has still never experienced that.
We're kind of assuming it's more or less random, but maybe there's something in Tori's background where they know they shouldn't play that for her.
Maybe when she scans her paws. Maybe when she scans her paws, it's like, oh no, you can't have this.
She's not a Jackson 5 kind of person. Yeah, that could be it. So
let's see. Tony Betty's with his expert pick that everybody wants to rule the world is the most surreal. Definitely the best choice of music to die on a coaster by, but Conga is really fun.
Laughing Place does not condone dying on coasters.
I feel like everybody wants to rule the world is like too slow paced of a song.
It is not slow. It's surreal. It's got this ethereal thing going.
Picture it matching the pace of the coaster. Maybe it's because I've only done it with a high-paced song, but it's a fast coaster, and that seems too mellow for it.
Acting on your best behavior.
No, you're singing it faster than it goes. It just makes me think of Dennis Miller playing
Inferno
pool.
Because it's a 7-minute song, which means you're going to get a longer ride.
That's not how that works. Oh man. Okay. Alex, You guys may not know this about Alex, but Kyle points out that it's actually 112 BPM. That is not a slow song. You guys might not know this about Alex, but he has done every Disney experience in the world, including the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. And so whenever we get someone on here who's done the Starcruiser, we've got to ask them what their experience was like. Is it the bee's knees, as everyone seems to think it is?
I went in semi-blind. I mean, I knew a little bit about it, but I tried to avoid everything, so I hadn't watched any of Lydico's work prior to going on the trip. Just because I wanted to go in with a fairly fresh slate. It was Lydico, right? Did I get the name right?
I love that in the grand Star Wars tradition, everyone has a different way of pronouncing that
exactly.
name.
We call him Lodico.
Lodico. Okay. So, because I realized Chandrila, there's like 20 different ways to pronounce it that you hear on the ship.
Yes.
No one says it the same way twice. So, but no, I really had a good time. I actually, in looking back on it, like it better than I probably was experiencing it on the actual trip. Like my recollection of it is more halcyonic, I will say. But no, I really enjoyed it. I loved the food. I ended up participating more than I thought I would in the story. I went on board expecting to be extremely passive and ended up getting swayed to the dark side, which was a lot of fun. And I miss it. Like when you get off a Disney cruise line, I mean, everyone's right when they say it's a lot like going on a cruise. It takes me like a week and a half to get over the loss of stepping off a Disney cruise ship. And I feel like I'm just now coming off of my misery of not being on the Halcyon anymore.
I heard you.
It's like being pulled out of the womb. I don't like it. Oh yes, I did get to help write a song. I was not expecting the character interactions to wow me as much as they did. We did the captain's table upgrade on the first night's dinner, and the captain doesn't stay with you for all that long. But there was a lady at our table who was flying solo, a Star Wars story, and she had invented like a whole background for her character. And I cannot tell you which planet she was from, but the captain like knew everything about it. It was Batu Day while we were there. We checked in on May 4th. And so she was asking about like which holidays do you celebrate on your home world? So this girl knew all about, whatever holidays are in that place. And, then taking it back, she talked about the importance of Life Day and how she loves it because everyone celebrates it. And it was cute. It was very sweet. Gaia is totally my jam. And I knew one of her songs from listening to DJ Rex's playlist. So it was fun to get to sing along with that one. And she even did it acoustic, which is rare. Not everyone gets that, apparently. But Sandro and I forget the name of the other musician. I happened to be in the lounge drinking a highly potent concoction from Mustafar while they came in, and I was sitting alone because Benji was helping Chewbacca get smuggled on board. And I ended up helping them write lyrics to a song, which at first, I was thinking like, oh, this is just like a little like cute little character moment. But then at the dessert party that night, obviously the melody is preset, but they sang the lyrics that I helped them work on, which was impressive. And they like remembered it. So a lot of props to that Sandro, the cast member who is friends with Sandro. And brought that character to life because his memory recall was astounding.
That's so
everyone talks about it this way. The people who went in with no idea what to have, the people went in with skepticism, everyone. And I have yet to find anyone who didn't get caught up in it, even like you, when they didn't expect to. So amazing. So excited for this.
Yeah.
Lodico.
And one of the things I enjoyed the most too that I didn't even really count on was the viewport out of your cabin, and having the TV like you do on a Disney cruise line that tells you where you are. So here it was, which planet is that? And you look up and it's, oh, that's Coruscant that we're passing right now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was really cool. I honestly kept going back to our cabin, like I'd have like 5 minutes in between things, and I'd run back just to look and see like where are we now. In fact,
Love
it
it.
actually gave me a hard time sleeping the first night because we were going to be going through like an asteroid field, but not till like 2 a.m. And I was like, I want to see this. So like I kept waking up and looking, like we kept the lights on so that we could have the view portal open.
Oh man.
Love it.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So great. Mike, it's been a while since you've done it. You've talked about it. Anything additional you just want to say about the experience that's like dawned on you in the week since?
It's funny. I did it at the end of, when was that? At the end of March, right? Yeah. And I feel like I'm still kind of living that experience because I've been making this video series. So I'm still kind of immersed in that world. But I think after Friday, Lodico will be around at Celebration too. So that might be the grand finale really of this whole thing. But after that, I might have some nostalgia for it. But right now I still feel like I'm in it. And someday I really hope to go back, but I do love the Galactic Starcruiser.
When is Friday, Mike?
Friday morning will be the premiere of the 5th and final part of my web series called Antiquities, Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser story. It's already up on our YouTube channel. You just can't watch it yet because it's set to premiere on Friday morning. But I finished editing it before I thought I would. I put a ton of work into it, both preparation for the shooting it and editing. It was a lot of hours, but I am very proud of this. It's not terribly long. It's 8 minutes and 15 seconds. So don't expect something 45 minutes like part 4, but I do think this is the best one. I will say overall, this is the best
really
chapter of the whole thing. Yeah.
I love that you posted this. This is so cool.
Yeah. There's the whole timeline, every cut, every audio. If you want to look for clues and spoilers, you could probably read some of the text in there, but otherwise I would say wait for Friday morning.
So awesome. So jealous of you guys. Someday. But
I will say, if you guys go, I have merchandise requests because they sold out of a lot of the stuff and you can't get back to that store.
Even though the one thing that I really wanted, they still don't have it because I asked Benji to look for it and he said they still don't have it.
But that brings up a good point.
They didn't even have a...
There's a lot of merchandise.
I was going to say they didn't even have a T-shirt that I could wear that wasn't like the in-universe clothing.
There's a lot of merchandise there that's exclusive to people on the Starcruiser. And as you found out, if they're out of stock, they don't like make it so you can still buy it when they come back in stock. That was your chance.
Some people, there's the Sabak chips that they showed at the media event. They have never received them yet. So I guess it's the supply chain or whatever, but they just haven't gotten them ever in stock yet. And it's been open for 2-3 months, whatever.
I didn't know supply chain extended to space, but
right.
The more you know. Awesome. Okay, so Kyle's getting some stuff of his.
You only had to pester them, so
right. And these are those pins that you get for when you're going on planet. Because when he was there, they gave him buttons, but they did finally kind of make that right. Are we beginning to wrap up, Jimmy? Because I have a few stories to kind of run through as we wind down. Check out the site for a little peek at the Disney ship horn. We don't talk about Bruno. Disney Magic Kingdom Not So Scary Halloween Party tickets are already on sale if you're a resort hotel guest. However, in the next few days, you will be able to buy for all guests. Check the website for the date there. Over at Disneyland, they're celebrating AANHPI Heritage Month. They have lots of new entertainment, art, experiences happening around the Disneyland Resort. Cabana Bay's got a new souvenir cup for the summer. And over at Shop Disney, you can find a special 50th anniversary Walt Disney World celebratory droid. And I'm sure we will talk about that and more on tomorrow's Barely Necessities.
That is the droid I'm looking for.
It is the droid I'm looking for.
Also not allowed on this show. What do you got there, Mike?
This is the pin that Kyle was talking about that they give you when you go down to Batuu to identify yourself as a Halcyon passenger.
I feel like Mike Mack's statement there, just hang out, that would be very much in story for him to do that. Like, they can't complain.
No.
He's smuggling.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Disney could trespass you and take away your annual pass or
I'm sure.
non-annual pass, whatever they call it now.
And in Florida, it's annual pass.
What's that?
Is it still?
This is
What is that, Mike?
this is a little like a what would you call this fabric? It's like
Velvet?
velvet. Yeah, it's sort of velvety. A little pouch that I got when I bought the secret pin that Jeremiah swore me to secrecy to not tell anybody how you buy the secret pin at the
So
gift shop on the house. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad this is picked up and it's a nice.
I'm a little
bag.
mad that there's a secret merchandise item on
You should see what's behind the platinum door.
I hate the concept of secret menu items to begin with. Like, if you're serving it, just let me know you're serving it so I have the opportunity to buy it, to order it. I don't like
it's the
secret
fun.
menus.
You want to be a part of the club, a part of the in crowd.
No, it's part of why I'm not an In-N-Out guy.
Yes, that was a Frasier reference, Kyle. Thank you.
Yes, it is a Frasier reference. So many things to say, but
I like that kind of stuff. I must admit, I FOMO is something I don't suffer from for some reason. So, so the fact that they had that and it was like I think that's cool. It doesn't bother me that I didn't get it. I think it's cool.
I feel like I'm the worst sufferer of FOMO that ever lived.
I buy that. I want to ask you something, Mike. Could you change out the video now, even though it's already scheduled, or would you have to reschedule it?
Change it out for a different file?
Yeah.
I would have to re-upload it, I think.
Is there any part of you that scheduled something for Friday and it's only Monday, knowing you're not going to do anything else for the next 5 days?
Oh, I'm so glad. I thought for sure I was going to be down to the last minute.
All right.
I
just picture you going, maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have done that. And you still could.
I actually watched it again after I uploaded it, and I was like, "Oh, there's a little thing I would do there," but I was like, "Nope, I've done it. It's done.
Special edition. Nothing could be more George Lucas than to do special editions."
Exactly.
Bravo.
Exactly.
Bravo.
Call me in 16 years. Yeah.
Real question: can we get you to do an audio commentary?
I am actually planning on doing that. I may, after the dust settles, I may put everything in one video and then do an audio commentary as an episode of Who's the Boss.
Oh, I love that idea so much. Yay. All right. Cool.
That's been on the back burner. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Anything else, Rebecca?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay. So please be okay.
I am fine, but that was not the greatest timing. That was epic.
All right. Well, thank you, Rebecca, very much. I love you more than almost life itself. Thank you, Michael Celestino, for your contributions to today's show and for surviving that guy over your left shoulder. And thank you, Alex, for coming out of the blurriness and into sharpness with your witty repartee today.
Yes.
You have been a great servant for Jeremiah. I kind of hope Jeremiah. No, just kidding. Just kidding, Jeremiah. We'll be back soon. Tomorrow, of course, Rebecca will be here 4 p.m. Pacific time with Barely Necessities. A lot of merchandise. So much merchandise. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. And, of course, Disney Trivia Live tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, bye-bye. Wait. Don't go.
Oh, you have to tell everybody that Friday is streaming day. And we're going to have lots of fun here on this YouTube channel. So be sure and check out what's happening.
Friday is National Streaming Day. We're going to have lots of fun, including Mike's debut stream of Antiquities Part 5. So Jeremiah at home, minding his own business.
So
if he's
yeah,
at home minding his own business, he should have been on the show, Max.
We're going to be talking about Rescue Rangers. I know the movie club's going to be around for Rescue Rangers. So.
Oh man, Rescue! Are you guys excited about that?
I am so excited for that.
I have seen it already.
Yeah, these two have seen it, so I'm excited. I'm excited. So.
Oh, you guys can't talk about it though yet, right? Okay, never
mind.
Oh,
I'm not. I guess I'm not even sure who's seen it. I know he's.
When is the embargo for that?
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
PT.
Yeah.
So if you wanna know about it, go to Laughing Place tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Thank you guys for being better in tune with that than me.
Oh, excited.
I'm not gonna get in trouble.
No, I
Oh,
understand.
because you're in the TCA.
I can't wait. I can't wait for all of us to see it and to be able to talk about it on Friday.
I'm going to get none of these references, am I? I'm guessing.
No, you will.
Okay,
Yeah, you will.
stop. Okay, thanks everyone.
Bye.